There's the music.
Yeah, it's so
And,
pretty.
and we all know what that music means. Uh, oh, Lord. I don't know why I'm so tired this morning. I got an extra half hour of sleep.
I go through that every damn day. I'm sorry, I do.
Uh, I got an extra half hour of sleep because I didn't get up till 4:30 this morning. But then uh, Spanky did have me up at 2 o'clock, so
Ooh.
uh, he was hungry and his dog food dish was empty. And then he's trying to jump up in the bed and he couldn't make it. So I go to pick him up and he bites at me. So
Oh.
then he turns around and gets the wife up at a quarter till, well, no, the cat got her up at a quarter till 4. So the wife was up early. I was up late. And that's how my morning started. How about yours there, Ramen?
Mine started pretty nice. I drifted awake slowly, which is always good. I didn't have like yelling to make me jump and give me an instant migraine, so I woke up slowly, surfed Twitter and YouTube, answered my email, got some nice encouraging notes from people that I'm close to. Got a strange notification, but other than that, it's it was a good morning. It's been peaceful and quiet. I just have a feeling that my ex is gonna show up in the parking lot and ruin it all because he my tires, yo. Oh no.
Is that your phone ringing?
Yeah, I have weird ringtones. I
Uh,
got it. This child can't hear me yelling at her to come here in the next room, but she can hear my fucking tiny ringtone all the way across the apartment over her headset.
but good morning, Paul. Glad to see you made it. Uh, Ramen brought this up here just before the stream started, so I figured I'd bring it up.
What? What did I do?
A rare doomsday fish spotted swimming in Mexico.
I think it's fate. I'm scrolling YouTube and I came across
Uh,
the terrifying world of giant insects. What was Earth like during? It's supposed to be during. It's before dinosaurs.
so they're talking about the deep sea oarfish.
Carboniferous period.
Let's
Okay.
see what does this oarfish do? A rarely seen.
What are you doing?
Oh wow! Look at
What are
that
you
thing
doing?
glimmer.
That's an oarfish.
It looks like duct tape, shiny duct tape.
Get the light on it. Yeah, that thing is
Uh,
cool.
it looks like it should be electrified. Wow.
Oh yeah. But the picture, it's a giant, perfectly round rock with an even bigger spider on it. It looks like something out of a primordial nightmare or a video game. That spider's fucking huge. Hold on. I'm gonna send you the link. I might watch this later. I
Let's see.
might make my
The
kids watch it with me. Paste.
only 20 oarfish have ever been recorded after they've washed up along the coast of California since 1901. Wow.
Paul's thinking the same thing. Do I bake it? Do I deep fry it? What breading do I use? I mean, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. That, I was like, how am I gonna convince my boy to see me bringing that home and then eat it? Oh, there's a new Karate Kid movie coming out. Karate Kid Legends. Jackie Chan's gonna be in it. Ooh.
Taste. So she just wants nothing to do with it.
Okay.
What we got?
Okay, you would send me a video that the first thing I see on it's a giant spider.
I told you what was there. I told you about the thumbnail. I warned you. You are not uninformed, sir.
The terrifying world of giant insects. What was the Earth like during the Carboniferous period?
Dude.
I don't know what life was like. I don't want to know what life was like, and I don't want to see that life come back while I'm alive.
Oh my god, real life, what do you call it? Helldivers, yo.
I do not need it.
Cornmeal batter. My mom used to use what was it? 4C Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, and it was good. I wasn't allowed to eat McDonald's chicken nuggets as a kid. My mother, you know how parents, oh, we have that at home. My mom was like, I can make it better than that. I'm sorry?
Pieces, parts fused.
There you go. But I wasn't allowed
That's
to
McDonald's
eat that.
nuggets.
And I didn't eat a chicken McNugget until I was like 30. But I ate it and I was so disappointed because my mom made them and they were like, it was like a third of a breast. The things were fucking huge my mom used to make. But they tasted so good with the Italian breadcrumbs and they were so juicy and everything. And I just, oh my God, if my mom were alive, I'd beg her to show me how to make. I mean, I know in theory how she made them, but yeah, my mom was such a good cook. I appreciated my mom's cooking. I used to brag to my little friends, like, I'm not eating that crap. My mom cooks better. But that's the one thing I never really appreciated. And I wish she showed me how to make it.
Don't you remember that old Wendy's commercials talking about their chicken versus McDonald's?
No.
Ramen? Do you
I
remember
really
those old
don't.
Wendy commercials?
No, I really don't. I'm not big on commercials though, so.
Oh, this is from these are from the 80s.
Oh, okay. I didn't stay home a lot in the 80s. I tended to run around with my friends like a little maniac, so.
There we go. This is old Wendy. Wendy's used to really pick bad at McDonald's.
Those Nibbit some hamburger places serve are actually processed chicken.
Excuse me, but what was that in there?
It's chicken.
Chicken.
Processed.
Processed?
That's like when they take a lot of chickens and assemble the respective parts.
What parts?
What parts?
Different parts.
Parts is parts.
Wendy's chicken sandwich is pure boneless
Wow.
chicken, moist and perfect and not processed.
As I hear tell, all the parts are crammed into one big part.
Fused.
Yeah, then the one big part is cut up into little pieces parts. And parts is parts.
You want something better. You're Wendy's kind of people.
It's still chicken.
Pieces, parts fused.
Parts is parts, yo. It's like the fish we get now, the battered fish fillets we get in the grocery store. That's what I really want. Honestly, I want some beer batter fish.
Oh, now definitely cornmeal batter on catfish, Paul. You're 100% right on that.
I know I had catfish once and I didn't like it, and I don't remember what it tastes like, but there was a reason I didn't like it.
Was it farmed catfish or was it wild catfish?
It was at a restaurant. I don't know.
So it's probably farmed.
Probably,
All right,
most fish is farmed.
farmed catfish tastes totally different than catfish that you actually catch that's been feeding in a river or a lake or even a big, a, what we used to call the big ponds.
Okay.
You know,
You know,
a big pond was anything over about 5 acres. Because
all right.
anything under an acre was just that was just a pond.
I get you. It's tilapia's farmed now.
Yeah, codfish,
Oh God, I love codfish, and you can't even get it anymore half the time. It's they switch it with something whitefish or pokefish.
whiting.
Yeah,
Yep. Because people don't like they want fish, but they don't want the fishy taste.
exactly. Cod has such a fresh, clean taste to it. Oh, I love it so much.
I mean, now there's a. I remember when I was down for when I. Let's see. It's right after I retired out of the Air Force. I was working at a convenience store manager, and a guy came. One of the regular customers come in, and we were talking, and I told him how much I loved catfish. And that's one thing I miss about being down here in the South was you can't get good catfish down here like you can up north.
Um,
And he said, okay. And a couple of days later, he comes back with a ice chest and goes, here's some catfish for you that I think you'll like. And I open it up, and I mean, these were pieces of catfish bigger than both my hands combined. These things were huge. And what he'd done is he's one of these yahoos, Paul, that you would appreciate. He goes out and dynamite fishes.
dynamite fishes.
Mm-hmm. You literally take a piece of dynamite, stick of dynamite or a quarter stick, half
Oh my
stick,
God.
light it, and throw it in the lake, throw it in the
Sounds
river.
like Walter's family. He has a story like
And
that.
he pulled up a 6-foot catfish
Oh my God.
doing that. And this was part of the fillets off of a 6-foot long catfish, or so he claimed. And like I said, the individual pieces were bigger than my hand. So I'm quite, I was like, okay, I sort of believe this. Yeah, I mean, because along the Ohio River at one of the dams, there's no swimming allowed on the reservoir side of the dam because there are 6 and 7-foot catfish that will a that have been known to like want to try to eat a child.
Mm.
So catfish will eat anything up to their, will try to eat something bigger than them.
Damn.
So they will eat anything and everything. Depth charge fishing, definitely, Paul. You want to get a lot of fish in a hurry. That's the way to do it. That
I
shockwave will stun every fish in the area.
I just want a decent tuna steak. I don't think I can do it like that, but hey.
Now, I've no idea. I don't think I've ever had tuna. A tuna.
Oh my God, my ex used to go down to the marina in Miami when we were living in Miami, and on the weekends he'd bring like fresh, whatever. But the 2 times he brought fresh tuna, it was so good. And I didn't use a lot of salt because I didn't want it to taste like canned. And oh my God, we baked it in the oven with vegetables and rice, and it was the best thing ever.
Yeah, well, like I said, my wife, the only Mrs. Paul's fish sticks are her idea of good fish.
you know what? That's fine too. I mean, that's what my boy eats when he wants it. You know, whatever he wants. He's like, I want that. You want it? You're gonna eat it. I'll get it. I get it. He eats it. You know, hey.
So now, there was a Vietnamese family and brought me what they swore up and down. And again, I don't call people liars.
I do,
They
but that's just me.
they swore up and down what they were giving me was shark fin soup,
Oh, honey, no.
and it was absolutely delicious.
It's also illegal. Or I don't know if it's still illegal, but for a long time it was illegal. All I know is somebody asked to put a package in my car one weekend, and I'm like, no. He showed up and his package was fucking dripping. He was gonna pop my trunk and throw it in there anyway. I had laundry in my trunk. There was no way he was putting that in there.
Your mic's
called it.
rubbing up against something.
It really isn't. I don't know what's going on. I called his
There you go.
30,
It stopped.
35 years old. I called his daddy to come get him. They owned a restaurant, so yeah. Anyway,
I think I've had swordfish once there, Paul, when I was on the east coast of Florida.
ooh, okay. Was it good?
I don't remember. We're talking back in 1978. That's the only time I've been down the east coast of Florida is back in 1978. Did the what was that A1A? To Ohio in time to leave a couple of days later for basic training. So took about a week off and made the trip. That was fun. I mean, it's a fun trip. That's where I ran that that's where I ran that hotel that the pillowcases were moving from all the cockroaches inside of them.
Oh, what the hell?
Yep.
Ew.
And the bathroom sink was covered in roaches.
Oh, no.
And when I tried to get my money back, the guy just laughed at me.
No, honey. Oh, no.
So we left and slept in the car that night. Should have known something was wrong with that hotel when we pulled up and all the lights outside of the rooms were red.
Well, man. I had a craving. So you brought that up. I had a craving for Publix subs. Like,
Oh,
I love their bread. I really do. The 5-grain bread. Oh my god.
Jimmy John's just opened up a back in a near me. They went out of business after the hurricane and hadn't been back, and they just reopened. And
I never eat from Jimmy John's or Subway or any of these sub places.
Jimmy John's is my favorite, followed by Jersey Mike's.
I've heard of these places. I've never eaten from them or ordered from them. I'm glad they
Then
weren't
my
around when I was little, because if I would have told my mom, can we go to Subway, she would have smacked me and said, I can make you a sandwich at home. Oh,
well, that's the nice thing about being an adult and having adult money.
yeah.
It,
I have no money. I have nothing. I'm so broke right now.
Oh, there's a video running around online. I don't know if I doubt if you've seen it yet.
Is it the one, what do strangers do when they run out of money?
No.
Oh, okay.
This young lady, she's sitting there and she's going, evidently she had been on unemployment for a year or so.
Okay.
Okay. Then she got a job.
Oh.
All right. And she's been working hard at this job for the past year. And she was supposed to get like $9,000 back on her income taxes.
How
And
much?
she $9,000.
Damn, that's more than me. I'm
Okay.
jealous.
So she's all kinds of happy. She's going to get that money back until the state took it all as repayment for her unemployment.
Oh,
And she is hostile because she had that $9,000 spent in her mind.
yeah, I'm like that too. My money is gone before it gets here. I'm getting
And
a new
she,
fridge, new
what?
stove, blah blah blah.
Well, no, she's talking about buying a new weaves and getting a new wig and getting some nails done and buying some new clothes.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh no. Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you.
And
Oh, I should be doing my nails right now. I'm sitting here. They all fucking came off the last week. I was so mad.
and she's all kind of hostile.
It's frustrating, I know. 'Cause
And
in
she,
my head, I have a new stove and a new fridge, so yeah.
well, you speaking of money, how about going? We gotta get into this one. Gotta get into this one because it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
Okay. This happened yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
Okay, now you know who Jasmine Crockett is.
I've
She's that.
heard of her.
She's her and MTG have got a running battle.
Okay.
This is the woman that called MTG little girl during
Ooh.
floor discussion.
Okay.
Now, President Trump says he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling a lie. He's not the one that had anything to do with the $1,200 refunds that people had during the midst of COVID that was done by a Democratic House and Democratic Senate. Right now, what they're going to do is say, hey, we want to give you a refund.
Oh, God. Whether he had anything or not to do with the subsidy, that has nothing to do with what's
Let
going
us,
on now.
because they already know that there's just no money for that. The only reason that those refunds came before was because we were living in different times. This was a time in which hopefully we won't ever go through again. We had a once in a lifetime pandemic. The bad part is that I don't know if it's once in a lifetime, because we know that Ebola, unfortunately, was detected right here in New York here recently. And if we continue down this road of getting rid of scientists or deciding that we don't want to rely on experts as it relates to what they're.
Boy, that's one hell of an ugly wig she's got on. You can see it right there.
You can see the lace front. You're not supposed to be able to see the lace front.
You can see with the wig.
Dude, when I get the last wig I got, the first thing I did was rip that lace. I placed one little cut and then just ripped the lace off because it was so big. And it looks fine. I don't think she knew that. Do that.
You take one look at that and you can tell that's the wig she's wearing.
It's fucking hideous.
It is.
That's one of the worst wigs I've ever seen. Dye it pink. Make it obvious that you're not pretending it's not a wig.
We don't want to deal with vaccines and medicine in this country, then we may be facing not only our next pandemic, but our next 2, 3, or 4 pandemics because of their incompetence. So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
Now, President.
Okay, now did you catch that? Okay, now all that for that last
thing she said.
For that last. That last sentence she said, okay, is the kicker. Had to get through all that for this last sentence.
Know what $5,000 will do for you.
That will change my fucking life. Shut up.
Okay. Now what it is they're saying, Doge is saying, hey, Masquerations, how you doing?
Hey.
Okay, Elon. So Doge is saying that they've saved over 10,000 with the everything that they've canceled. Okay, all the contracts has been canceled and everything else. That they've saved over $10,000 per American family.
Okay.
Okay. Well, somebody came up with the bright idea of, hey, if it's saved over $10,000 per American family,
Let us have it.
why don't we send half of that back to the American family
That would be
and use
great.
the other half towards paying off the national debt?
That's a good plan.
Okay. And the ideas percolated up to Trump, and evidently Trump and Musk and them and the cabinet, they're all talking about it, see what's
Oh, yeah.
going on. And Crockett got asked about that. And then, her line there, first of all, she went through all the crap that had absolutely nothing to do with the $5,000.
Right. Right.
None of that she said it was all Democratic talking points.
Yeah.
And then she gets that very last sentence, and $5,000 won't do nothing for no one.
That's a lie.
Excuse-
It could get somebody a car. It could repair water damage to your house. I mean, it can do a lot more than you think.
It could put some money in somebody's bank account for the first time ever, to where they've got a little bit of a cushioning there just in case something happens to their car, something happens to their home, in case they get laid off for a week.
I will say this. I love my little car. It's a piece of garbage, but I love it. But if it had $5,000 damage, I'm taking that $5,000 getting a different car.
Right.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, I only paid $5,000 for my pickup truck, so.
Oh my God, I want my next car to be a truck or something bigger.
But the whole thing is, this woman had the nerve to say $5,000 won't do nothing for no one. And somebody else thought, and this wasn't me, and this wasn't my thought, somebody else's thought.
That's hooker talk right there.
And
I'm sorry.
And so let me fully admit it, but if $5,000 won't do nothing for no one, then what the hell is this $750 that they gave to the people,
Hurricane victim and the Maui,
the hurricane victims and the Maui fire victim?
Yeah.
If
they lost their fucking homes.
Right. If $5,000 don't do nothing, what the hell is that $750?
They won't pay a funeral. They lost a lot of people out there.
Yeah. So
people lost their kids missing and still haven't come home yet.
That is, I think old Crockett put her foot into her mouth there, and she did. The past 24 hours or the past 20 hours has been pure hell for her.
That 750 is a Democrat thing. She needs to talk about that. It won't happen, but it should.
My wife is mad at me.
No.
No, she's legit mad at me this time.
Oh no! What happened?
I lost my wedding ring.
Again.
No, this time it's like I have no idea where I was when it fell off my finger.
It's lost. Holy shit! I put tape on my wedding ring when it was loose.
It may be out in the yard. It may be in my truck.
No.
It may be at one of my doctor's offices.
Call the doctor's office and then get a metal detector and go over to your yard. Oh my God.
It may be at the gas station where I filled up with
you
gas.
Didn't lose it at work because it's gone forever. You lost it at work.
No, I didn't lose it at work.
Okay.
But it just felt. I mean, fortunately, this isn't my original ring. It's my secondary. It's my second ring that I got when I couldn't wear my first one anymore.
Okay.
So, but I don't feel comfortable wearing my original one yet.
Why would she be mad at you for the second ring? I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, at least it wasn't your first one.
Because I've been wearing it for the past 15 years.
Oh my God.
So,
but it wasn't the actual one you got married with. I'd be okay with it. Did she buy it for you?
No, actually, I bought all of our rings.
Okay.
I picked when I picked out the set. I come to find out later that that it's supposed to be that she was supposed to be there, but I didn't realize that when I went to the jeweler and I was looking for an engagement ring, and they showed me the engagement ring that when I picked out the engagement ring, they said, okay, here's the 2 wedding bands that go with that engagement ring.
Oh my.
I said, okay, fine. I paid for the set and left it at that. And then my mother was kind enough to tell me later on that the picking out the engagement ring was fine, but the wedding bands was supposed to be a joint decision.
I
Like,
see that.
well,
But
this
if she
came
didn't
as a
complain about it,
this came as a set, and
Mm-hmm.
what am I supposed to do when they offered to me as a set?
Right.
And her wedding band had the little notch already in it for the
For the
engagement
engagement ring.
ring
Right.
to fit next to it, and they could then solder them or whatever together so that they'd be one piece.
Mm-hmm.
The engagement ring and wedding band being one piece.
I don't know if they do that. I think they just slide it in there and they all just fit
No,
together.
no, they did that to hers when we came back
Oh
from.
wow, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, they're both one. It's one ring now.
Mm.
Engagement ring and wedding ring,
Those are nice. Those are fancy.
and they did the soldering with real gold
Ooh.
after. I mean, it was included in the price of the band set.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say it was free. I'm going to say they used free. I'm going to say no, it was included in the price.
There you go. Let's be real.
Let's be real. You threw an extra $50 on the price of this set to include the price of the gold and the soldering.
Look at you sitting there talking about expensive jewelry, and I'm sitting here eating fucking pork roast like a piglet. Oh my god.
Oh,
I made one last night.
I want pork roast so bad. I found there's one guy I follow on YouTube that how to save money and still eat well. Now this guy's definition of eating well is a little bit above my definition of eating well.
Okay.
Okay. What? Oh, okay. Anyway, he's talking about buying a $160 chunk of meat.
Wagyu or something? Damn.
No, this is going into Sam's Club,
Okay.
buying a $160 chunk of meat, and then for $10 or $15 more, their butchers will cut it into 10 to 15 steaks for you, depending upon the size of how thick you want your steaks.
I never heard of you buying a steak and them charging you to cut it.
No, they're not. You're not buying a steak. You're buying you're buying like a shoulder.
Okay.
And then having it cut into individual steaks.
I never heard of that being charged for it.
Well, I know. I mean, when I grew up, butchers used to do that all the time. Now they were. I mean, it was like $5 more for them to cut it. But then again, I'm talking 40, 50 years ago.
When I was little, we would go to the butcher and my mom would pick out a piece of meat. She goes, I want ground beef on that because I want to make meatballs. And they would grind it for her and not say a thing and back it up. And that was it. It was still the same price per pound. I didn't know. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I didn't know they charged you to cut it or grind it or wow, section it off. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, you know, if you, first of all, you got to find a place that's actually got real butchers.
True.
Okay, most of
'Cause
these
this wasn't.
people
Yeah.
that are called butchers today, they aren't really butchers.
All they do is run the machine to do it for them. Okay. I
Right.
hear you, like Publix. I hear you.
You know, uh, but you know, they still got the equipment. You know, some of these guys, I mean, some of these guys still have the equipment though. You know, because like when I think of a butcher growing
Yeah.
up, the butcher was the guy I took a half a beef into,
Oh, your
and
own meat. Okay.
you know, yeah, we'd kill a cow, and I'd take a half of a cow in, and
God.
he would grind it. You know, he'd make my hamburger, he'd make my sirloins, he'd cut my
Ribs, your steaks.
and
Yeah.
and everything else, uh, and have it all packaged up and butcher
I paid
block
for that.
for
I
me.
get it.
You know, that was
Because
what's
he's wrapping all that. He's using his electric
right.
and his time and the packaging. Yeah, I paid for that.
Well, now see, the butcher we used growing up, yeah, it would still cost us a little bit of cash, but not a whole lot, because if we took in the beef hide,
Oh, so
if
you
we,
keep
if,
the
if
hide?
if we took in the hide, yeah, because he would keep the hide and sell it later on to be made into
Okay,
leather.
leather. Okay, I get that. I get it.
So, and another thing is he wanted the bull penis. If
Not
you
asking
could
any
take him in
questions.
the bull penis intact, he paid you. There was a amount of money he took off the butchering price for that.
No questions asked. I am sitting here not judging. Jenna, come
People,
here.
no,
Sorry.
there are people that you can look it up on the internet. They sell them. They made into canes. They
Cane?
make them into canes.
Damn, that's crazy. Baby, put this away. Okay, I have to look at what I bought. I didn't. You've been playing all morning. Put that away from mommy.
And see, now they also turn them into dog treats.
Give me that cup. Give me that bag. They turn what? I'm sorry.
Dog treats.
That bag. Yes.
So,
Give me a paper cup and a bottle of water, please. Skinny dip dark chocolate peanut butter cups. I don't know if this is. They're trying to make it look like it's a diet
okay, wait a
candy,
second
but
here. I need to turn my safe search on
yes, Zenab.
because I was getting too many things that did not look right. Okay.
I mean, they're good, but I don't see how they can be diet. But whatever.
Like, okay, here is a bull penis cane.
Okay. Oh, I see why you turned your safe search on. I wish I'd do that a little more often. Wow,
There
you
we
can't
go.
even tell. That's some crooked woodworking there. Put this in my
That-
crib for 2 minutes, please.
That there's no woodwork involved in that.
Well, yeah, but if I was just looking at that with no warning, you know.
Yeah. It's amazing what popped up on my search engine when I.
Isn't it though? Damn. Yeah, but when that's done, you bring it here.
But
Oh,
yeah,
those
I
are
mean,
good.
I imagine now that they turn them into dog treats,
Yeah.
that they get even more money for them.
Yeah.
I just know Art, the butcher we use, turned them into walking canes.
I'm surprised they don't talk about being made for soup.
I've never heard of anybody eating penis soup.
Everything's
That-
soup now.
I've never heard of anybody doing that. That actually sounds. I mean, there's a lot of things we ate growing up but the penis was one thing none of us ever ate.
Sorry.
So,
It looks like a Reese, but it's so much better.
what's that?
Hold on, pick the bag. Skinny dip dark chocolate peanut butter cups.
Oh, okay.
Uh, I think for dark chocolate. Oh my god, this is good.
What was it? Somebody just showed. I just saw a video, a
I think it's
cooking
from
video.
Costco, but I'm not sure. Oh, I know what. I was getting the kids candy for Valentine's Day. They still got their hard boxes, but I've been eating this. It's really good. It's just a
There,
big
there.
bag of them.
Somebody had made a. Yeah, I mean, peanut butter and bananas go together.
Of course.
There's, no two ways. Peanut butter and banana sandwiches is
Yeah.
great. And put a little Mike's Hot Honey on top of that, and it's even better.
Never heard of that, but definitely had peanut butter banana as a kid.
All right. And somebody made a and I can't remember where I saw the recipe at.
Mm.
It was a peanut butter and banana. Is either fudge or cake.
Cake sounds about right.
And I saved the recipe, or I saved the video on it because that's something I want to try to make one day.
Oh man.
Cut the recipe in half from what they got because again, I'd just be doing it for the two of us.
So we've been doing Instacart. I got the lemon bar with blueberries from Costco. It was a good cake for the first day, but there was condensation, and the second or third day it tasted awful. Like I had to throw it out. It was so bad. It was like something died. I
No,
couldn't get over the taste of it.
Ugh.
I felt so bad because I bought that for my boy for breakfast, and he didn't want it. I ate it, and I was like, "Oh no, do not eat this, honey." And I got rid of it. He was offended, but yeah, no.
Now, I did see how to make homemade lava cakes, though.
I never liked those. The first
Yeah.
time I had them was from Domino's because they sent them to me free, and they were not great.
And
It's like-
the wife likes lava cake, so it's real easy. You use the dark brown chocolate cake mix,
Yeah, it's
And
like a
you use
burnt
a-
chocolate cake with
and you
hot
use
chocolate fudge in it.
use a ramekin. You put
Yeah.
batter in the bottom, put a scoop in it, then you get the chocolate fudge cake frosting,
Oh, okay.
and you
I
put that
thought
in.
it was like ice cream topping or something, but I get
Then
you.
you put that in the middle.
And
Then you put the rest of the batter on top of it. Then
Yeah.
you go ahead and bake it.
But they
and
tasted burnt to me, and I was like, "Who the hell would want to eat something that tastes burnt?" I couldn't
Well,
eat
I
it.
mean, come on, it's Domino's.
But that's not the only place I've had it. I forgot where else I had it, but someone brought me. These are so good. I'm like, "Oh, they're so burnt. They were not good." I just realized this is like the first Friday you talked even a little bit of politics. Like you never talked politics on Friday.
Well, there's just that one thing that had to pop up. It's like, come
Okay.
on, Jasmine. We're with people needing, needing money right now.
Yes.
And you're going to sit there and tell us that $5,000 does nothing for no one.
Go ahead. Show us you're part of the 1%, and without saying you're part of the 1%. That sounds real trustworthy. She totally sounds like someone I want to put my financial security in her hands. Yeah.
I mean, we're good old Jasmine Crockett.
Mm-hmm.
This is Crockett garbage. She's saying that her net worth is between 46,000 and 29,000.
Liar, let's see your bank statements. That's a lie.
That's a lie. Oh, there's no way. There's no
Thank
way
you,
that
baby.
woman.
How's that coffee?
Let's see. She owns a $2 million townhouse in Dallas,
Thank you.
a $1.5
Oh.
million loft in Austin, and a $1.5 million lakefront cabin in Galveston.
Yeah, $46,000 my ass.
Yeah, there's no way her her financial disclosure says her net worth is between $46,000 and $29,000.
No. In fact, the same people that were saying Trump inflated his property values and needs to be investigated, I think she needs to be investigated. There's no politician valued at $46,000 anywhere.
No, I mean, just her properties alone, she's got $5 million in property.
Wow.
So that right there tells you her net worth is more than $46,000.
Yep. Yeah.
What a, this is, I don't mind politicians. All right, you've heard me say this before.
What?
Politicians are people. I do not
Are they?
expect any of them to be 100% honest and scrupulous. I don't expect it. I just
okay.
expect it to keep their personal greed within reason. Okay. You find out that such a company is going to be getting a contract and you want to invest $50,000 into it. That's okay. All right. But you go and invest $500,000 into it. Now we got a different story.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? You want to put a little bit of a nest egg in there so that you've got some money to retire on. That's fine. All right, but you want to make yourself so stupid wealthy that your grandchildren never have to work.
Yeah, no, your grandchildren should fucking work. They have parents already, so.
That's another story. Oh, speaking of monies. Here's a woman. Here's a woman who's about to get rich. Okay, I watch. I subbed to Nate the Lawyer. I got hooked on Nate the Lawyer.
Okay, what happened with Nate the Lawyer?
Morning about a woman who got sued in Scotland for sending fart videos to her boyfriend's ex.
Oh, who cares?
Well, the ex sued her.
That's a stupid thing to sue about. She wasn't doxing her, putting out rumors and shit. It was just one-on-one video, communication. Who fucking cares?
She sent in fart. She's farting into a video camera and then sending the video to her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend.
Is she naked doing it?
No, she's not naked doing it.
So just fucking ignore it. Jesus. We've come a long way since our parents told us when we were little getting beat up. Just ignore them. They'll stop.
And you can always block the emails.
That's what I'm saying.
So I went on a blocking spree last week, and I blocked about 400 different companies from sending me emails. It's amazing how much my email has dropped since I blocked all these people. But anyway, this 30-some-odd-year-old woman wanted to have a baby.
37, okay.
Okay, but she wasn't married. So she went to a company there in Georgia and had some eggs extracted
Alright.
and went on IVF. And then she picked out the sperm donor.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And this, the sperm donor, like her, white, blue eyes, blonde hair, and reasonably good looking.
All right.
So she said, "Okay, that's the guy's sperm I want to have fertilize my eggs and give me a baby."
Okay.
So she's in having, as part of IVF is the woman's got to inject herself some medicine through her stomach. Okay. And it doesn't look like it's a nice short needle like what I use for my infusions on Mondays.
All right.
So this looks like it's quite painful. And supposedly it is quite painful. And then she gets pregnant from her own egg and this donated sperm.
Okay.
All right. So she goes through the 9 months of pregnancy and she's having to do all this medical treatment and everything else. And for those 9 months, then she goes into labor and delivers a healthy baby boy.
Okay.
The problem is the baby boy was black. And mama does a DNA check, and it's not
They
her
used the
DNA.
wrong donor.
Her DNA is not involved.
The hell?
They used a black couple's embryo and sperm.
Oh my God.
Well, the company finds out, the company, of course, notifies the black couple. And the black couple says, well,
They want
since
their
that's
baby.
our biological baby, we want it.
Yeah.
And they sue her for custody of the baby.
I would counter sue for surrogacy costs. She put money in that. They didn't just implant her for free.
And she had to give the baby up. And now she's talking about obviously suing the
company,
the
Hey,
IVF company.
Do it.
So the question is how much money should she sue for?
She should get every penny she paid back.
Okay.
And maybe some trauma.
And the black family is going to sue because they weren't really ready for that baby yet.
Either take it or don't.
Okay.
You gave your samples. I mean.
So, but you see the problem, So so I sat there and said, okay, this here's way. If I were to make the decision here on how much money this woman should get, okay, $1 million for each month of the 9 months that she was pregnant. Okay.
How much? I'm sorry.
$1 million per month for the 9 months that she was pregnant. So $9 million right there.
It does put stress on your body that you can't get back. So I mean that is a thing.
Right. So that's why I'm saying $1 million for each of them for each month.
Okay.
So 9 months. Okay.
That's fine.
$1.5 million for the pain and suffering of the IVF and all that other crap that she went through.
Mm-hmm.
All right. $3 million for, lab, you screwed up and because you screwed up so badly, you also owe me because you just plain screwed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'm going to punish you by taking
her eggs, because they need to find her eggs before
okay.
there's another screw up and somebody's having her baby. They need to find her eggs and dispose of them or store them for her one way or another. Something.
So now and then plus all lawyers' fees. She doesn't have to pay
Well,
her that
yeah.
lawyer. So basically, she's going to get $18 million,
Fair.
and
You won't
they've
hear
got
me
to
saying
pay,
a lot, but that's fair.
they've got to pay her lawyers' fees.
Of course.
That's what I'm figuring, right?
Yeah.
And I figure that's a fair thing.
Not arguing. Okay.
It's not over. I don't think that's over the top. 100 million. Some people are saying, well, yeah, she should sue for $100 million.
Uh-huh.
No,
I wouldn't,
that's
but
that's
okay.
over the top. Sue for 18 million and and you pay all my lawyer fees.
Okay.
And because I do not know if she has to pay taxes on that 18 million. I'm going to assume worst case she's got to pay income tax
Yeah.
on that 18 million. So that'll
Yep.
still leave her between $9 to $10 million in the bank account after she's done paying taxes.
Right.
And a 30-year-old woman, if you don't get stupid, you can make $9 to $10 million last until your grandchildren.
If I got, let me shut up. Yeah, I could definitely make that last.
Well, the thing about I've noticed when people come into a lot of money real quick,
Mm-hmm.
they blow it in a matter of a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's like they think they're going to have that money coming in like that every year or
They
something.
think the money will never run out, and they don't
Right.
think in the long term. They think I gotta treat myself, and they go get a boat and all. Crazy shit. No,
Yeah.
and they get the Brazilian butt lifts and all this stuff. Like, no, honey, no. Get you a house.
Yeah. Now, my two big expenses would be is I would have a house custom built
Yeah, me
for the
too.
wife and and I would pay off my son's house.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And
We want a big kitchen and a big yard. That would be my thing.
What's it? There's some. That reminds me. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
And I'm not digging those pit traps by myself, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see.
See, I want some nice pit traps in case my ex decides he wants to hang out and be friends again. And because I don't want random people ringing my doorbell, but I also don't want to live in a place with those attractive nuisance bullshit laws. Do it at your own risk, buddy.
I'm trying to find a picture of this guy's backyard.
Okay. But if we can make pit traps in 7 days to die, dig a deep pit and put spikes in it, I want that in my yard, yo. The kids will learn to stay away from it. Just fall one time, they'll learn.
This guy got tired of mowing his lawn.
Oh no.
So he had a company come in and concrete his entire backyard. Back, front, back, and side yard.
And the HOA probably had something to say about that.
Well, he's not in an HOA. But his neighbors now are wanting to sue him because
he has
the water runoff from his yard is destroying theirs.
I can see that.
Whoever he hired, whatever contractor he hired to do that, didn't put any drainage in.
That's bad.
That's real bad. That is real bad. Didn't put any and I wouldn't mind that for myself. Just have a patch of grass big enough for Spanky to run out there and take care of his business in,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and
You know
other
what?
than,
I'll go one further. I would hire somebody to come cut my lawn, but I want clover because I've seen
oh,
pictures of clover lawns and it looks so pretty.
a clover lawn.
They look really pretty and
Are
they're
you
good
are
for
you
bees.
are you talking about the actual
Yes,
clovers?
yes, and they grow short too, so it takes a while before you have to cut it. It's real pretty and it looks like you've got a green carpet on your lawn. It's real pretty. Google that
Okay,
shit
all right. Oh, I'm pulling up a picture of it now.
because they look nice.
I pulled up a picture of it now. And actually, you're right. That does look pretty nice.
Thank you. It's good for the environment too.
And it's nice for your local beekeeper.
That's what I'm saying.
If that's as tall as it grows, yeah, you're right. That does look pretty nice.
It does. And it looks like it would feel so soft under your feet. It looks like
We
you
had a
want to be
clover
barefoot in
field
that.
next. We had a clover field next to our farm
Hmm.
that the farmer next to us kept that field in clovers for his bees. He had all of his
Oh,
beehives in the center of it. He had like 15 or 20 beehives.
I'm just saying, I bet that feels so good to walk on. Oh, and that's a pretty yard too.
Half the honey for himself, and that gave him enough honey to last him the year. So his wife didn't have to. They didn't have to buy sugar or anything for the most part because they used honey and everything.
Oh no.
But that does
Okay.
look nice. Even with that Buddha in the middle there.
Okay, I might get disconnected for a second because I'm troubleshooting my network adapters. So,
Oh, okay. Well, if you drop out, I'll let you back in.
yay. I'm not breaking up
Hey,
with you.
no. Let's see. What am I talking about there? Oh, I need to close some of these tabs I got open. I got all kinds of tabs open for where I was looking at different things, plus watching Jack's bad comic review stuff that he did this morning.
Oh,
Oh, they've got a new. Oh, that's a pretty knife. But fortunately, I do not have to. I do not buy. I do not have to buy any more knives
well, that's
because.
good.
But this is a beautiful knife. Look, let me
Oh,
open that image so
oh
you
hell
guys.
no.
Thank you.
Okay, show me. That's interesting.
That is a pretty cleaver.
Yeah, I like the handle. It's interesting looking.
Yep, it's only $150.
Only, other than you say only. Yeah, okay.
I just bought my son 3 new. Well, I bought him 2 knives, and they shipped a third knife. It was a mystery knife, and so I bought him a small kitchen knife. Since they go out to the fish camp every couple weekends a month, I got him a good fillet knife.
Oh, okay.
and they sent a knife he does not need that most people make, because I just bought him one, is a big slicer for like you would see for doing roast beef
Mm-hmm.
or briskets. It's a big 14-inch blade. And now he's got two of those. That was
Oh,
their mystery knife.
mystery knife. I have a sleek knife. He got a mystery knife. Look at that.
So, but yeah, I'm lucky. I don't buy knives for just because they're pretty. I don't have to buy any more knives, period, because I got plenty of them. My knife sharpener guy, I emailed him asking when he was coming back over on my side of town because I dropped one of my daily use knives and chipped it. And he just happened to be coming by the next day. And he, if you have a good knife, you're going and you chip the blade, you're going to pay to have that knife reground. And he'd look at that, and he sat there and he fussed at me for a few seconds, but he straightened it out, and reground it for me. Only charged me $25 to fix the blade. But he was, but then I also turned him on to a possible contract that will get him with a local doctor's office that can't get their scissors sharpened
All right.
anymore. The place where they used to send their scissors to get sharpened doesn't do them anymore. So I put him in contact with them, and you wouldn't think about, okay, but when considering they probably between the everybody in there, they probably go through a dozen or so scissors a day, and they're all single use. You can only use them one time, and then you have to re-sterilize them and repackage them before you can use them again. So they've got each one of them go through a couple of dozens. They go through a couple of dozen scissors a day, and they've got to have, how many days do they have in between uses and such. So he may be able to make a little bit of money off of them, because they were fussing about it one day when I was in there when they were cutting off my bandages about trying to find somebody to sharpen, that they're either going to have to buy more scissors or try to find someone to sharpen theirs. So I'm hoping he can make a little money off of it. The guy, I mean, he's got a trailer hooked up to his pickup truck, and he's got a generator and everything built into it to where he just pulls up, starts up his generator, and boom, he operates everything right there out of the trailer. Parked alongside the road or in your driveway or whatever. Makes money, and that's all that matters, making the money.
Okay.
A small businessman works for yourself. He goes and sets up at local flea markets on the weekends. I imagine he charges a bit more at the flea markets, but like I've said before, that's one skill I've never mastered, and I cannot believe the hate I get
What?
for saying that the one skill I've never mastered is being able to properly sharpen a knife.
That's actually pretty common.
And the absolute hate I get I mean, I don't hate on somebody if they tell me that they don't know how to cook a meal.
People are
I don't hate on anybody because I know that can be, it's either you have the ability or you don't. Like my wife is not a good cook.
Oh, wow. You came out and said that.
She fully admits it.
Oh my God.
When we got married, my wife worked at Subway. Okay. When we got married and moved in together, and I went to empty her refrigerator out, 90% of the stuff in her refrigerator came from Subway.
Damn.
All right. If it did not come out of a can or a box, she had no clue. And her salt and pepper were the only two spices she ever heard of. So she freely admits, and since we've been married, she's never, I mean, she had to cook for the son when I was at work.
Right.
Okay. But, that was, children will eat just about anything.
Okay.
If it's a hot dog or a tater tot or
Gotta chop it up.
a chicken fingers, they're happy. And
my kids ate what we ate. If it was spicy, I just put more rice in it to cut off on that heat a little,
Yeah.
It's, okay.
Like I said, my on Tuesday nights when I'm asleep when she comes home from work, I make certain that there's something in the refrigerator that all she has to do is heat up to eat.
Oh.
Or she tells me that her and one of her girlfriends are going to go out to dinner. They'll go out to like the Golden Corral or something like that.
Oh,
for
wow.
dinner.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. If she wants to go out with her girlfriends on Tuesday nights to dinner, that's perfectly fine with me. I don't care. She's, that gives her time to catch up with her friends and get, and not have to be around me.
Oh.
Well, you've got to have time away from your spouse. You can't be in each other's hip pockets 24/7. And you got to have time for your own friends.
True.
Not our friends, but her friends.
Yeah.
Your own friends. And not have the other person around. So you can talk about.
My friends didn't come around when I was married because they knew he'd hate them and they already hated him based on what they'd hear him yelling when we were on the phone. So they waited till he would go overseas to visit his family, and then it was, "Hey girl, we're coming over." and then less than 24 hours, all these Queens people would be up in my shit. Yeah. I had one time when my ex left, and one of my best friends, I hadn't seen him in like 20 freaking years. He's beating on my door. And my kid, I'm like, "Don't answer the door." And my kid's like, "Who is it?" He's like, "It's your Uncle Mike. Go tell your mom to open up." Thank you, sweetheart. And that fool showed up with a giant paper bag full of VHS movies that I hadn't seen. He's like, "We got stuff to do." And he brought potato knishes and stuff from New York that they don't really sell here. Oh, wow. And he had a cooler packed with ice and those Tito's lemons I used to like so much. They only sell in New York and Jersey, and I was a happy camper. I gained 10 pounds, but I was happy as hell. Yeah. So we sat watched weird TV shows all weekend and picked out. And I made lasagna, and he gained 10 pounds too and went home to his girlfriend fat as hell. Yay!
I have not had potato knishes in forever.
Same.
I need now you got me want me to make some lumpia or some latkes.
Latkes. Oh man, those are so good. Lumpia, isn't that like oh my god, I forget.
That's
What's it?
Filipino version of an egg
Filipino,
roll.
yes.
Yeah. Actually, mine aren't as good. Mine are not as good as a real Filipino making them, but they're decent.
That's kind of how it is. I will say my samosas are as good as anybody in my ex-husband's family. It's potato and peas with spices mixed together, and they wrap it up in dough and deep fry it. Oh my god, it's so good. But I made my own dough. I didn't get, like over there, they used a wonton wrapper.
Right.
I made my own dough for it. But it's funny, like I went there and I popped one of his sisters into my mouth and it tasted exactly like mine. I was like, holy shit, I got it right. Didn't know it. It was the exact same taste. And that was my first time meeting these people. That's my thing.
Good.
I miss samosas, but it's a lot of work for a little thing and only for 2 people and no special occasion. I bought samosas from Publix and they're good, but they're not the same.
I need to make some potato pancakes here.
Oh, the German ones? The ones with the shredded potato?
I'm thinking more of the Irish ones.
Okay.
The ones with shredded potatoes are good, but I like the ones where I make up a garlic mashed potato, and then add flour, egg.
Oh, it's almost a dough by the time you're done. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Then pan fry it.
My mom used to make those German potato pancakes and serve them with applesauce. Applesauce or sour cream, and it was great.
I do not. Whoever come up with this idea of pork chops and applesauce. I want to smack the daylights out of them.
That's a strange combination.
For some reason, these people seem to think that just because I'm from Ohio, I like pork chops and applesauce. I really want to reach across and smack people when they say, "Oh, here, let me make you one of your
local favorites." Is that an Amish thing?
I don't know where it came from. All I know is it's not good. All I know is it's not good. I don't like it.
I always thought it was a strange thing, and people looked at me weird for thinking that. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not right.
It's like putting cheddar cheese on apple pie. No.
I mean, I'm sure it tastes good. It's just a weird thing to do.
No.
But we got the leftover. We got the leftover pork roast. Now I'm trying to figure out: do I want to make the Momofuku ramen or yellow rice with it for lunch? I think I'm gonna do the ramen.
Can't go wrong with ramen.
It's a nice light lunch.
I've got some leftover chili in the refrigerator. I think I'm going to warm up for my lunch.
Okay.
It's got some Fritos in it. So I think I'm going to make that up. I made up had some, I don't even know what in the hell you would call it. It's basically ground beef with kidney beans, tomato, and let's see what else, and then various spices, a little bit of beef broth, but it's not a soup. It's a little bit
Okay.
thicker than that.
Maybe a
But
stew.
I made up some of that the other day. It was really good. Enjoyed it and all. And last night the wife said she wanted cottage pie for supper.
Oh.
So I was like, okay. But I had all
We
this
had
other stuff.
shepherd's pie last week. It was so good.
You actually had lamb?
No, it was beef.
If you, then you had cottage pie.
Okay. I
Cottage
like lamb. It tastes gamey to me. I'm weird for saying it. I know.
cottage pie uses ground beef.
Mm-hmm.
Shepherd's pie uses ground lamb.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. I learn
Yes.
something new every day.
And I'd my personal preference is shepherd's pie, but the
Okay.
wife, like you, doesn't like lamb, so we have cottage pie.
I never, even as a kid, I never liked lamb. And my mom made a big deal every Easter making leg of lamb for Easter. And I didn't like that shit. It was gamey to me. But how do you tell your mom you don't like something, even if, it's not her fault? It's just the taste of the meat. I don't know.
I had no problem telling my mom I didn't like boiled carrots or sweet potatoes in any way, shape, and or form. And she sat
I
there.
love sweet potatoes.
She would sit there and make up boiled carrots and put them on my plate and tell me, you're not leaving the table until those carrots are eaten. And I literally sat at that table. I sat at that table until midnight.
I hate that. Like, I would hate when people tell me, oh, your kids are picky. Just give them their food. They'll eat it eventually. They're not going to starve to death. That was before my kids got diagnosed with autism, and they would literally lose weight and refuse to eat if it was something they didn't like. They didn't care.
There's foods I don't care for, but I can eat.
Right.
But sweet potatoes and boiled carrots. Now, I like steamed carrots. I like baked carrots. As long as you don't bake them in the meat. Okay. As long as, had a girlfriend put carrots in the pot roast.
Ew.
And it absolutely ruined the pot roast. But exactly, Paul. The sweet potatoes are nasty. My sister one year decided she'd play a trick on me and give me a sweet potato pie instead of a pumpkin pie. And I took one bite out of it and I pushed it away and told her I didn't like it and something was wrong with it. Somebody messed up or they had bad pumpkin. And then that's when she told me it was sweet potato pie. So, she thought she was going to get over on me. But now, carrot medallions, when they're cooked up with brown sugar, I like those. But do not just boil a carrot and then put it in front of me to eat. I will not eat it. That's nasty. Like I won't, canned carrots are nasty, because they've been sitting in that water.
For months. Yeah. Man, we got some carrots a couple months ago from Walmart. And we got them home and they were so bright red. Like I'd never seen anything like that. And they were beautiful to look at and they were so sweet like sugar.
Were they sort of purplish?
No, they were red.
Oh.
Almost red. Like, in Pakistan, the carrots are really super red, like an actual freaking crayon, but they make dessert out of it, and it's so good. It's almost like carrot cake. Carrot halwa.
I was just thinking about that, now talking about carrots, I want to make a carrot cake.
Oh my God. It's weird, because I talked about 3 people this week that randomly, out of nowhere, said, I want carrot cake. And we had just had carrot cake last week, so I thought that was kind of funny.
Atomic red carrots. Huh. Interesting.
Where are you seeing that at? I like fresh
Uh,
sweet potatoes, not that stuff out of the can though. You get me a sweet potato and you bake that, wrap it up and bake it, and oh my god, with a little butter and salt, that is the best thing ever.
Okay, let's see. Let me share this for you. Oh, okay. There we go. I was going to say,
I think my kid's running the washer.
did I get lost or
Oh, those are
something?
pretty. Mine weren't that red. They were really dark orange though. Holy shit.
Those are called
Yeah, my
atomic
kid's
red
running the
carrots.
washer.
Those things look beautiful.
They really are red.
Oh.
Oh, well, apparently
I-
Funcom servers are down. Shit.
Now I did have this guy I worked for on his farm. His wife, I had me dig up some sweet potatoes that she was making for dinner one night,
Oh, okay.
and I don't know how she made them, but I'm not going to say they were great, but they were good.
Oh,
Okay, they were very edible for me. Now her family loved it.
okay.
For me though, I would say they were they were at least very edible.
Okay.
But then my running joke about sweet potatoes is how do you tell the difference between a smart pig and a dumb one?
Oh no.
The dumb one eats sweet potatoes.
Oh no.
That makes a lot of people mad at me when I say that.
Mm.
I'm making up some flatbread this afternoon.
Oh, nice. On the
I'm-
stovetop?
No. I'm using my pizza oven.
Oh, okay.
I've got one of those granite stone pizza ovens. It gets up to 800 degrees. So that should be hot enough to make up some flatbreads.
Nice.
So I've found a new recipe that I'm going to try, see how it turns out.
Okay.
And I've got a new, supposedly, it's a, no, I can't remember the name of the type of flatbread. It's the one that you can split open for a shell to make
Pita?
sandwiches out of. Pita bread. Thank you. Supposedly, this one here actually does split open to make a decent shell.
I was trying to make just roti and it blew up like a balloon. I'm like, oh my god, I made a pita by accident.
But I quit buying pita bread at the store. I've given up buying pita bread at the store and because it never splits open. No matter how you try to cut it or what, it never splits open to make a decent sandwich. Because if I'm eating like a crab salad or tuna fish salad or any kind of salad like that, I prefer, I like putting it for a sandwich. I want to put it in pita bread.
Okay.
Okay, to me it just makes
My
better sense.
issue was pita bread always split, so I stopped buying it from the store. It would always rip when I'm trying to make this, even if it was something mild like chicken salad, it would always rip.
Exactly.
I hated it.
It doesn't open up to form that pocket like it's supposed to anymore.
It just
I don't know.
It's like it was too thin on the sides or something.
It's the manufacturers have gone cheap or whatever. They're not using, they're rolling the dough out too thin to
Yeah.
try to make it, to make more,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
so that it doesn't have that inner layer to open up properly.
Hmm.
And it just bugs the daylights out of me when I want to go use it. And somebody, a lady from England sent me a ciabatta bread recipe that she says is really nice. I'll try that sometime. She sent it to me last week. I haven't done any bread baking this in the past couple of weeks, so I'll give that a try the next time I go to do some bread baking. That doesn't. I just want some flatbread though, because I want to make up crab. I got that artificial crab meat sitting in the refrigerator. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make up a crab salad out of it.
Okay.
Because I want crab salad. So I went to Walmart and bought one of those $2 packets of artificial crab meat.
Okay. Whatever works for you, man. I ain't gonna judge.
Well, like I said, my wife is anti-seafood, so I get it where I can.
I can't because late life allergy just sucks.
I like my seafood. Back before we got, before her and I were even dating, and I had my boat, it never came off. No, I'm not going to say never. It rarely came off the back of my truck.
Okay.
And I mean, I would leave for work 2 hours early just to put an hour in at the pond that the small lake that I'd go fish at.
Okay.
And sometimes I would get me a couple of nice bass that I would keep in the live well. And when I got off work, go home, clean them out, and have fresh fish for dinner.
It must be so nice to just go do that when you're in the mood, man.
Well, when I was single, it was nice.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I lived in a small apartment. It cost me $200 a month. Okay.
Okay.
Everything but the electric bill was included. Water, garbage, and sewage was included in the rent. All right. It's a small 1-bedroom apartment. And, it cost me $200 a month plus my electric bill, which was like $50 or $60 a month. So, I mean, if I wanted to go fishing, I went fishing. If I didn't want to go and I wanted to spend the weekend in my apartment, I spent the weekend in my apartment. I didn't have anybody else to worry about. It was just me. If there's anything about my single life that I do miss, it's the ability just to go fishing whenever I wanted to.
Oh.
Or pack up the motorcycle and take off for the weekend. Get off. I would go into work on Friday and have my saddlebags packed, take a change of clothes into work with me. And when I got off work, go in the bathroom, change clothes, put my uniform in the locker, lock it up, and then get on the bike, and it would already be gassed up, and take off. And wherever I woke up Sunday morning is where I break out the map and try to figure out what I needed to do to get back to base again by Monday morning. So that was my life when I was single. And then I went and screwed it all up and got married.
Oh my God. Don't say that. Yo, that's going to backfire on you one day in a way you don't anticipate. There's something very wrong with my Discord. Like, whether it's the computer or the browser or my phone. Like, every time I fire it up for the first time that day, I have to log in, even if I was logged in previously. And it will not accept any password I tell it, and I have to make a new one all over again.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really weird. Now it's telling me to download it. I have that running right now.
The other day I started up my computer and my Discord opened up automatically. And I hadn't been on that Discord in forever.
That sounds like you got a startup program.
Since I loaded those recipes for you.
Yeah.
That was the last time I was on my Discord.
Oh man. Interesting, because I'm kind of hooked to this, but now it's like I can't even, they won't even send me the link to make a new password, and I need it. I've been changing my password twice a day, both on my phone and on the browser, and this is ridiculous.
Oh, you're this Secret World Legends?
What?
I tried to I got to the part where I got out of the graveyard and everything, and then I go to where I'm supposed to get.
Me, I would have joined you.
To where I'm supposed to get to the trolley, go to the underground.
Okay.
And then I meet up with those 3 people. I think Mia is her name.
All right.
All right. And I'm stuck there. It won't let me talk to Mia or anything else.
Ooh.
So I'm probably going to have to start.
Message or anything?
No, it's just no matter what I do, it won't let me do it. So I don't know what's going on with it.
Are you supposed to be in New York?
Let's see. No, it looks more like I'm in London.
Okay, so it's not, you're not going.
Because everything is sort of British.
Okay. Because there's a mission where you're fighting filth monsters in Japan. You're meeting up with like 3 other people from different factions, and one of them's a little crazy. She kind of looks like Lisa Bonet, and she keeps saying, "My name is Sarah, and I am on this planet."
Well, that's just it. I can't get any.
You can't get any interaction.
I can't get any interaction from them.
Next time you play, you should tell me.
I may.
We're having a problem now because
start over again.
The sites are having an issue. Like you try to log in, cannot connect to the login server. Please check your connection or firewall. That's for the old game and Legends, so it's not. It's all a fun comp. But you can go to your account page, but it's not a problem with your account or your firewall. It's their server. So I don't know how long. I just wanted to get my login rewards because I have a subscription. I want my login rewards. I can't log in. Whatever.
But it's this is wild. I mean, I wanted to at least get out of the training mode before I talk to you about
I hate the
it.
training so much.
And like I said, it just because I just picked up a shotgun.
I have shotgun pistols for Legends, and it's a good combo. It's good for DPS. So I like range weapons.
Yeah, I've got a pistol and a shotgun.
On the original game, I had sword hammer, and that requires me to get up close, and I don't like it because I don't want to be a tank. But that's a tank weapon setup if I ever saw one.
Yeah, I joined the Templars.
What? I gotta invite you to the comp. I'll
As
get you
far
some
as the
free shit.
faction, because the other two
Okay.
just the other two seem too crazy to get into.
They're weird. All it really does is change your opening scene where the guy comes to recruit you. Because sometimes it's a woman, but that's the only change, really. I mean, you're getting the same missions and the same goals. You might get different lore. Have you gotten any lore yet? Those little yellow honeycombs? Hassan, stop! I could stop now. No, I told you to stop 2 hours ago. I could stop now. It's gonna be one of those days, I can tell.
Not in on server. Said I got server errors.
Yeah, cannot connect to login server. Please check your connection or firewall. That's what I'm getting.
Are you there, Ramen? Yeah. At least I
I'm
am.
here. I'm here. I'm just annoyed as hell. And then now my Discord's telling me to change my password.
There. Okay, there we go. Now I can hear you.
This is exhausting. Same thing with the original game. I bought the original game. The Legends is free on Steam, but I bought the original game.
Yeah, I was playing I got the Steam freebie.
Yeah.
They tried to send me over to the original, over to secretworld.com to buy that.
Oh man, screw that.
So
You can't buy the keys aren't being sold anymore. You can't buy them. The only thing you can do, like they haven't been on sale for years. Oh, and it's not the first game is not a Steam game. So if you see somebody selling a Secret World Steam key, they're scamming you. They might not even know they're scamming you. But I went and got a copy of the game off eBay. It says it's a new copy. We'll see if it works because I want somebody specific who really wanted this game to play it with me. So they were like, "That's the version I'd play." Because oh man, but then they'd have to buy all the content. The Vanishing of Tyler Freeborn is a very Stephen King kind of mission. The guy's a reporter and says he sees all this weird stuff and goes to investigate on this little New England island that we start off in. And he's connecting the dots and he goes into the fog. And you follow his trail. And oh my god, it's a crazy, it's the best DLC they have for the entire game. Almost as good as the Japan area. Because they send you to Egypt and some other place in Japan and then South Africa. And you know what? When they started this game up and they're like, we wanted to bring you a new area, blah, 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 all bullshit. No, I don't want South Africa. I want the stuff from the first game you didn't put, like killing the zero, what is it, pathogen bird and a Gartha and all this other stuff. Nobody wants South Africa. South Africa doesn't want South Africa. Skip that and give us the original stuff back. Yeah. So, it's endgame content and it's very boring.
You remember Project Veritas?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened?
Well, their board fired James O'Keefe.
Why? I mean, I heard about that, but I never knew why.
Well, as far as what actually happened, I don't know. I know what some of the, there were accusations of inappropriate comments towards a couple of the young women.
Oh, shit.
And him having too much of a temper towards everybody.
Wow.
But anyway, his own board of directors fired him. So he went and started another company called O'Keefe Media Group. OMG.
Oh.
Okay. And now Project Veritas is suing him.
Competition clause?
I don't know.
Oh,
They're suing them. They've been suing him since basically since he left OMG or left Project Veritas. So, I mean, he's still doing some work out there at this OMG.
mhm.
He's still doing some work.
Okay.
So, he just did an undercover thing with the Treasury Department.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, and something about the mayors, the Los Angeles mayor.
Okay. Newsom?
No, Brass.
Okay. I don't know anything about that stuff.
I can't remember her name. The mayor of LA.
Okay.
So but anyway. Yeah, Karen Bass. BAS. Not
Okay.
Brass, but Bass.
I got you.
So anyway, so he got some undercover video and audio from them. But okay, I'm going to have to go ahead and call the stream.
Oh,
My legs are starting to go on me,
I'm sorry.
so I'm going to need to go take. I'm going to have to go get my legs put up in the air.
Trying to figure out
So
which movie to see this weekend. I'm torn between 3 movies.
I want
Last Voyage of the Demeter, Shadow of the Vampire, and Nosferatu. I'm torn between those 3.
Well, I've watched Last Voyage of the Demeter. It's not a bad movie.
Okay.
Nosferatu, I haven't seen it yet. I've got it. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Okay.
And
Well, I don't
what
have
was it?
Amazon anymore.
And what's the
Shadow of
third
the
one?
Vampire. Shadow of the Vampire is supposed to be about the filming of Nosferatu. And yeah.
The original
one guy-
Nosferatu or one
Yeah,
of the
it's about
remakes?
filming it. And Willem Dafoe is in it, playing the actor who played Nosferatu. And he's supposed to believe he's really a vampire. So,
Okay, well, I've got to move back to the bedroom, get my legs yanked up into the air. So I'll talk to y'all later, and I'm going to see if I can get that game working. And if I do, I'll get in touch with you.
game working, send me a message. Either text me or send it on Steam, because my Discord is not working worth a damn. Or you can send it on Discord. I have to check my phone.
I'll just DM you. I'll just DM you
Okay.
through X. Okay.
All right, sweetheart.
We'll talk.
If I don't hear
All
from you,
right.
have a good weekend, okay?
All right. Everybody have a good one now. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.